It is very possible that you are not using the best B flat fingering for the music that you're playing. Let's look at some options that you have. Typically, the first way that we learn to play B flat is first finger and thumb in the left hand, first finger and pinky in the right hand. That's usually the first fingering that we find for B flat in an introductory band book, for example. Now, there are a lot of reasons that it makes sense to learn a first B flat that way. It does help with balance, but once we get to a certain point, it becomes less than optimal. So I'm going to encourage you to switch over when you have music that has flats in the key signature to a different B flat fingering. Let me show you what it is. It's first finger and then the left side of your thumb key. You do not need your pointer finger in the right hand, and then you do use your pinky. So instead of playing it like this, we're gonna play it like this, okay? Now, if you need proof that it sounds the same, this is the first way, and this is the second way. Absolutely the exact same note. Okay, why should you play it with the thumb B flat, the second way, instead of that first way that you learned all those years ago in your baby flute days? The reason for it is because it eliminates us having to switch fingers in both hands. So for example, if we're playing in the key of B flat, we might find a lot of A's in that key. And if you're using your first way you learned it, you have to switch from A to B flat like this. And there's a lot of opportunity to just misalign our fingers, cause little flubs in between the A and the B flat. If I'm using B flat thumb, right, so I'm gonna use the left side of the thumb key, when I go from A to B flat, that's all I have to do. So that's one example that's representative about why it's better in keys that use flats to use the B flat thumb. Where should you not use the B flat thumb? Well, usually it doesn't make sense to use the B flat thumb in sharp keys. So if you're playing in the key of G major, for example, you have no B flats, and so there's not really a reason to use the B flat thumb key, right? It also cannot be used for a couple of notes. One of those notes is B natural, for obvious reasons. And then the second one is our high F sharp. And the reason for that is because it sounds terrible. If I play a normal F sharp, if I try it with our B flat thumb, it doesn't sound good. So you cannot use it for that high F sharp. However, you can use it for any other note that uses the thumb key. So that being said, that means that if you do go from A to B flat, you do not have to switch back and forth for A to B flat. You can just leave it on that left side and play it like that. So it can be a little bit of a challenge if you are used to playing B flat this way to make the switch to a B flat thumb fingering, but it is overall definitely worth it. So I would challenge you to start incorporating that into your playing. Let me know if you have questions, and we'll see you next time.